Hey, what's happening, fellas? It is Friday night. You know what that means? NBA Cup action. We've got an awesome banger today. Miami Heat versus New York Knicks. Uh, and this is the teams' rivalries, long-term rivalries. Super interested to see how this goes tonight. Obviously, for New York, they lost to Miami earlier this season. And actually, Miami have been playing really well. If you think about where they were in the start of the season to where they are now, I think they're doing a lot better than a lot of people expected. Currently with a 7-5 record. Um, Also, just want to flag as well, in terms of NBA Cup action, the Miami Heat actually one up right now over the New York Knicks. Obviously, the Miami Heat 1-0 after beating Charlotte, whilst the Knicks have fallen to 0-1. So this is a big game, I think, especially for this group. For the New York Knicks, you've got to imagine that this game is kind of pretty much do or die for them. If they fall to 0-2 at this kind of point in the season, I think that's going to have a massive impact on their chance to get through to kind of the next round. What we do love to see, though, is actually though just how both these teams come in for loss. Their coaches have both already talked about in the pre-game about the intensity and the emphasis they're putting on this. And you love that in the NBA Cup action that point difference really matters. So what we're expecting to see is we're actually expecting to see that point difference and that competitiveness really playing up to the final buzzer. So trying to cut down any blowouts that we can at all. For New York, the other big news though is Jalen Brunson, who was confirmed as out earlier on today. So obviously he picked up a right ankle injury, only a grade 1 sprain, they said. But that means that he is going to be out for this game. And unfortunately, he's a huge piece for the New York Knicks. He's averaging a crazy amount of points, leading them in assists. So he's massively going to be missed. But it's Deuce McBride who's going to step into the opening lineup and hopefully try and contribute a little bit around some of that passing, that magic that sometimes they miss. Just breaking some of it down in terms of the teams themselves. I think from a Miami perspective, obviously the one to watch here is Norman Powell. Norman Powell has been absolutely smashing it lately. You can see there 24.8 points per game, and he's really become like the head of the attack, the head of the snake for all of the Miami Heat. Especially with Bam Adebayo being out, with Tyler Hero being out still. I'm really looking for Norman Powell to continue to kind of step up, continue to be a leader on that team, and continue to be a real scoring threat. The other matchup for me that's massively important in this game is just seeing how Khalil Ware is able to contain Carl Anthony Towns. And give credit to Carl Anthony Towns this season in terms of like his rebounding. So you can see there, this season he's already averaging 12.6 rebounds per game. That's massive for Cat, who sometimes is really, I've picked up on him definitely in terms of like his intensity on the defensive end and how much he gives. And Khalil Ware, I think, is going to have a real challenge on his hands tonight, both defending Carl Anthony Towns and really making sure he doesn't go off for any sort of huge scoring points. Miami's definitely going to push the pace. They lead the NBA right now. They're number one in the pace of the league, whereas the Knicks are 26th. So a huge difference in the style that these sort of two different teams want to play. But like we said, both teams coming off of a loss. And for Miami, we saw them lose to Cleveland's really recently in their previous game. And that game for them, the reason why they really lost was really because of how sloppy they were on kind of both ends of the floor. So they had 21 turnovers in the game. They had 29 fouls, and that's not going to cut it in kind of in this league. And really is going to be a tough one. The thing to watch out for is if you're a gambling person, is the spread on this game is actually pretty nice. So the spread's just 6.5 points. So as long as the Knicks win by 7 or more, you've pretty much covered your spread. And you know what? I think actually, if I'm being really honest, if you're going to go with the money line anyway, you're pretty much getting 2-1 on New York to win. So that's the one to go for me. You might as well go all the way. I think 6.5 points. Who knows? I think just go for the win. What do I think is going to happen in this game? Well, my heart tells me that Miami, would be really challenging. My heart tells me that the New York Knicks are going to win ultimately. Hopefully, I think the Knicks they're going to take it. But my head, I think that loss of Jalen Brunson is going to be really hard to sort of overcome. What I am expecting is a high scoring, high intensity game from kind of all sides. And it's packed tonight. It's going to be really good. Amazingly, on NBA Prime, they started kicking off by talking about obviously the situation that's happening in Dallas right now. And you've got to let me know what you think of the firing of Nico Harrison. As a British sports fan, it's absolutely crazy to see the amount of hate and the amount of enjoyment that people are getting over Nico Harrison being fired. But at the same time, it's totally understandable. You know, this was someone who, as a general manager, decided to trade away a franchise player, someone who had taken the mantle from Dirk Nowitzki, and essentially just gave all of that up for an always injured Anthony Davis. And especially with how well Luke has been playing right now for the LA Lakers, it's not surprising to actually see that the fans obviously have turned against them. We saw the governor of Dallas there with a fan in a Luke jersey, um, and that is a huge, huge story. And I think it's probably resonated throughout the league. And it's why NBA in the Prime, even though we're talking about the Heat and the Knicks, opened up with that story. The Miami Heat, in terms of like publicity, they've got absolutely nothing this season beyond the crazy out of bounds play that happened with Andrew Wiggins obviously catching that out of bounds lob and then slamming it down. You know, that's that's the only real noise I've really heard about Miami at all. But they're quietly handling business. And obviously Eric Spoelstra as kind of a coach there, he's got that kind of real experience and strength to be able to kind of lead this team. And it's going to be an interesting chess match, I think, between them and Mike Brown. And Mike Brown, he's really relied heavily on Jalen Brunson to implement his style of play. You know, that's been someone who has been the real extension of the coach on the floor, someone they've depended on. And so I think without Jalen Brown, it's going to be really interesting to see if they're going to be able to continue to really play that style of basketball that's made them successful so far. And you've got to ask as well for Coach Mike Brown, why the hell was Jalen Brownson even out there? You know, it's crazy. So he was out there when it was like, I think it was like 1:15:99 or something. There was like less than 2 minutes left. And Jalen Brunson's still in the game. He's still playing. And he picks up that ankle injury. What was the point at that stage? You know, you're risking your best player's health for a game you probably weren't going to pull back. It's probably a little bit of like the Tibbs mentality that's kind of leaking over here, but who knows? You know, didn't like to see it, didn't love to see it, and really hoping that Brunson gets back quickly. In terms of other people that we're really looking forward to in terms of keys of the game, I think from a New York perspective, the other player for me is OG Ananobi. Obviously, OG Ananobi's been playing massively well this season, and what I love to see is almost actually his intensity on defense and his ability to take the ball and make plays has really stepped up, I think, this season. And so particularly with someone like Brunson being down, OG Ananobi is someone who I think could really step up and be a key piece for the New York Knicks, trying to help them be successful. From the Miami perspective as well, what I want to see is a little bit more Jaime Jaquez Jr. I've loved Jaime Jaquez and how he's plays, trying to raise his game. He's shooting a lot better this season as well. It's going to be interesting game. If you guys haven't got it up, pull it up on NBA Prime. Let's dual screen this together. Really excited to hear kind of what's going to happen, or interested to hear. Sorry, actually, in the chat. You know, let me know who you backing this evening. What you looking for? Who are going to be the big ones? Don't be afraid to say hi. Smash the like button. Hit subscribe. It's going to be some awesome action. Uh, One of my little dark horse picks as well for the Miami Heat side is Nikola Jovic, who's secretly, I think, been getting better and better each season, and really subtly just been playing a little bit better as of late. So in the 12 games that he's played, he's averaging 9.6 points, just shy of kind of 5 rebounds. But he's also just a big body that sucks up the lane, and he's getting better on defense. Um, Really uniquely as well, these teams both shooting exactly the same from three right now, which is crazy. So both of them shooting 37.9% from three. Let's see how it goes, though. Let's see how it goes. On the floor themselves, the Miami Heat, they're scoring at a much higher clip. So their field goal percentage is 49.5. And why I think that is so high is that they're number two in the NBA right now in terms of points in the paint. So I think doing so much that damage in the side, it's going to help. You know, it's going to help with your field goal percentage. It's going to help you really well. Talking right now on the broadcast, spending a lot of time on UD, obviously Miami Heat legends, and they're focusing in really, really strongly on this pace. 124.8 points per game this season. That's crazy. Like legitimately, here in England for British basketball, you know, if somebody scores like 80 points in a game, that's considered like a high scoring, high intensity game. The fact that we have people out here dropping 124, and yeah, it's in 12-minute quarters rather than 10-minute quarters, absolutely insane. Honestly, insane. For the group as well, just looking, so we have Miami Heat on top. Obviously, they have their 1-0 record. Milwaukee is same, 1-0. And then we've also got the Chicago Bulls. And the Chicago Bulls have to be, for me, behind the Detroit Pistons, one of the absolute secret dark horses of the season. I came in expecting them to be trash. I thought they were going to be rubbish. I'm definitely a Nikola Vucevic hater, but he's proven me wrong. And they're really working hard down there. For the other teams, though, for New York Knicks, 0-1's not where they expect it to be. But bottom of their group is obviously the Charlotte Hornets, sitting at 0-1. And if there was a team that probably we expected to crap out both in the regular season and in the NBA Cup, it had to be the Charlotte Hornets. As great as LaMelo Ball could be and the highlights that he can make, ultimately he is just not like the type of dynamic guard that is going to help you in a lot of these kind of matchups. They're really key. I think when we look actually for the Heat and the Knicks, in the last time they matched up, obviously it was the Heat that took the overall score. And in this game, it's crazy. Like Jalen Brunson, he had to score like 27 points just to keep the Knicks into it at 107. So you take away those 27 points for the Knicks. What's that going to look like? Do you know what I mean? Like moving forward, who's going to step up and who's going to really use that as an opportunity, I suppose, to put them forwards to show coach what they can do. You've got to think a lot of that's got to come down to Karl Anthony Towns, and kind of his real desire, I think, to be one of those kind of leaders on the team. You can see right there, in terms of predictor, nobody's giving the Heat a real shot, with most people hitting high on the Knicks. And again, Knicks are up on the spread, so if you're a betting person, I say hit the money line. Loving to see Davion Mitchell as well for the Miami Heat, playing really, really well after moving over there, doing well with the assists. And here we go. The team's running out for the starting lineups. Not going to be long now, probably 4 or 5 minutes till tip. We're going to stay by for the whole time. Lots of play-by-play, lots of we'll have like the game card screen, but make sure you smash the like button. Let me know what you guys are looking to see today. I wonder who the famous people are today. That's the main thing. You see lots of Timothy Charlemagne out there in MSG when it was playoff time, but when it's the dark days of NBA Cup in November, that's how you're really wondering who's going to be there, who's gonna stick it out for us, man. That's the one. Colin Powell, he looks locked in. I don't know if you guys caught that after the loss that they had in their last game, he had like this quote where he's like, he just looked like dead into the camera, and he was like, "It is a very, very bad loss." I mean, that loss is very bad. He said they're a good team when they're sitting their starters and their go-to guys, and they've got to put their stamp on the game a little bit more, not give them any life. A little bit of the aesthetics as well. Just want to shout out as well. I'm a huge fan of the NBA Cup courts. I think this New York Knicks one is fire. Absolutely love to kind of see it. Here we go for the national anthem. Here we go. Um, the whole pageantry as well, just in terms of like what it's like. Again, just something we don't have over here. When I went over to the stadium, we're hearing like the national anthem being sang at the start and all of the kind of the pre-game stuff. Absolutely hyped for the crowd. Man. Awesome. Over here, the game just starts, bro. Couple of people run out the tunnels, some clapping, some cheering. But I imagine the atmosphere inside of MSG is absolutely unreal. Hey, DJ Khaled's here. Miami legend, bro. Okay, man. Running through all the celebrities that are here, and the OG celebrities as well. I would say Deuce. If you didn't catch it earlier, Deuce McBride is going to be starting. Jalen Brunson definitely out for this game. It's quite interesting to be honest that they chose Deuce McBride to be the starter. He's been playing well, but I would have wondered if they were going to go maybe a little bit slightly differently from a kind of a New York perspective. I've been really liking Landry Shamet at the moment in terms of his steadiness, just how he's leading the team and really really helping them. Coach knows best, I guess. Let's get this game cast up. That's good. I'm loving that Khalil Well's getting a start. I think he stepped in really, really well with Bam Adebayo being out. He's just playing well. He's playing well defensively, really mobile, big. Here we go. Goes up. New York has the ball, bringing it down court. Miles Bridges with the ball out on the wing. All the way down the court now. Let's load up this game cast quickly. Here we go. Okay, York's in now. Claire Ware hitting that first shot. Here comes Deuce McBride in the lane, into the corner for Cat. This is a tasty matchup. I can't believe they got Wiggins on him. Nice good foul though. Foul on the floor. Andrew got to stop reaching there though, bro. Interesting that they've got that matched up. I get this that they want to have Phil Ware over on Mitchell Robinson. At the same time, that's a huge mismatch for to clock down low just in terms of strength. Easy moving screen. There we go. New York's ball. I mean, if you're going to push someone, like push them. So I mean, if you're going to foul them, foul them. That was weak. Let's go, Mitchell Robinson. I'm thinking I want New York to win. My heart's with New York. I think my head's with Miami. Here comes Mitchell Robinson bringing up the floor. There's Wiggins for a pull-up three. Splash. Let's go. Those are the type of shots I think that he just got from being in Golden State, from learning from Steph, learning from Klay Thompson, just being more confident with those real catch and shoot threes. Here comes a nice pick and roll though with Miles Bridges and Mitchell Robinson searching for one. Here comes McBride now in the post. He's beating him, bro. Oh, he's locked down. Locked down. He come down on the other side. That's one of the things that people don't realize so much about Davion Mitchell. Is just how much of a dog he is, bro. Hey, Norman Powell fouled on the three. Powell goes to the line. He's done a lot of damage for Miami on the line. That's a tough foul, though, to be fair. That's a tough foul. OG was there, good consent, a little bit too overzealous, though. Picking up the foul on that one. No foul. Shoot him up. Right, knocks down the first. He goes with his seconds. Oh, in and out on the second one. Coming up now for the third one. Let's make this Bridges. There we go. 7-0 up at the Heat are on the Knicks right now. Knicks scoreless through the first 2 minutes. McBride bringing it back down the court. Here comes Cap, full head of steam. Hands it off to Bridges. Back to McBride. I love this little action they have going on. There it is. That's a three. Hey, but still off. Good rebound though from Robinson. Cap now looking to exploit this. He's got Davion Mitchell on him. Starts to bang it down low. A good swing to the corner. Swing, swing. There's OG. Oh, he's blocked. Hey, Robinson trying to tip it. Nothing. Cap reload for three. Hey, Catmandu. Deep down the other end now. Norman Powell with the ball. You just see how wide open that paint is as well. That's really going to benefit Miami long term, who love to attack and love to get points in the paint. Goose McBride running that pick and roll with Mitchell Robinson again. Really, that just kind of flows them into their set. Here comes Miles Bridges. Circling. There's Cap for three. Hey, to back. Sam Mangotti shouting out Dirk Nowitzki right now. It's crazy. Here we go. Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges obviously has been an absolute revelation for this team since he came on over. Hey, he sinks that little midi. And that's something that's a little bit of a lost art in the NBA, but actually he's doing that really, really well, bro. A lovely flow. Now it's Andrew Wiggins attempting the hole. Tough layup. Banks it in. It's a really quick moving game. Yeah, trying to got Anthony Towns to attack the baseline, trying to make it take advantage of the mismatch. And he absolutely flopped out there. It's one of the things that Cat, considering how tall he is, this is a man who's like 7'1", 7'2". You would have thought he would have had much, much better strength, much better, you know, ability to be able to really attack the hole and to be able to attack smaller defenders a little bit better than he does. See what they have on this out of bounds. Straight back into Kip's hands. He's looking for that corner man. Here comes Goose McBride attacking the hole. Got some space. Kick to the corner. Deflected well. Which way they going? Stays Knicks. It's going on a little bit of a mini run here. A bucket would go a long way, closing down that gap. Landry Shamet in the corner. Gives it out to Cat, who shoots the three. Way short. Oh, OG Hustle. Yeah, buddy. OG Hustle, man. He's all grit. He's all heart. Love to see that. 10-12. Davion Mitchell now surveying the floor. Who does he see? Larson in the corner. Back to Mitchell. Little crossover, little shimmy. Four-wheel wear in the corner is off. Coming down comes McBride. Good rebounds. Sees Cat in the middle. Hey, way to attack. And one. Let the crowd know as well. My fucking house. That was a lovely pick and roll. Nice in the pocket. Gets it. Strong move to the hole. A little wear just from behind, trying to track that down. Didn't really have a huge chance. Yeah, another big thing. Like, if you're gonna foul him, foul him. See if he can convert on the 3-point play right here. He's already shooting 2 for 4 from 3. I'm just looking at, like, their team right now. Miami Heat, 53, just 28%. He converts on the and one. Hey, little boys. Great to have you in the chat. Welcome, man. Yeah, doing well, brother. Loving this game. Here comes Bridges running back down the court, sees OG. He smokes the layup. Smokes it. New Yorker claiming a foul. Refs didn't see it that way. Touch top of the backboard. That's going to be a Miami ball. Ah, they reversed it. Benefit of it happening right down where Mike Brown is. A quick conversation with the refs. No one looks happy. That ref looks majorly pissed. Here we go. Quick timeout. Yeah. You'd love to see as well, especially for New York, just how they're rebounding. Like just at the start here, New York already pulling ahead, 9 rebounds to 4. That's what we were talking about at the start, particularly with Karl Anthony Towns averaging nearly 13 rebounds in the game. Those rebounds, both offensive and defensive, are going to be important, and just the size as well with Mitchell Robinson on the floor as well. That's massive. Oh, I apologise. 10 to 4. That's just updated. Jeez. You can also see like just from like their shot charts, just how different they are. You'd say that probably New York has probably hits a lot of the easier shots today. A lot more stuff going to the rim, attacking the rim. Yeah, I agree, Villa boys. This is a difficult matchup. That Jalen Brunson injury, I think it just makes it even more interesting and difficult. But we've got to love from the Heat. If you think like in their last game, one of the big problems was the turnovers, obviously, 29 turnovers. So far, what, we're halfway through the first, only 1 turnover. That pressure is going to ramp up throughout the game. A really good sign for Miami that they're taking care of the ball a little bit better. But still getting those assists as well. So still giving up the ball. Look at some of the stats already. Crazy. OG Ananobi already has 3 rebounds, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Always working hard. As a British fan as well, being able to see kind of OG Ananobi playing, it's absolutely huge. Someone who has a British passport. He's not yet played for the GB national team, so we're still waiting on him to come over and help us out with some kind of Eurobasket, and hopefully the Olympics. You know what I mean? That's a long way off and feels really unrealistic for GB basketball, particularly with where we are today. So if you're not in the UK right now, today the British Basketball Federation announced that they were going into liquidation. So essentially, they're getting sued by the professional league, Super League Basketball, and all of their legal costs and fees have got to such a great point that actually the British basketball governing body has said we've got no more money. We're going to have to close shop from tomorrow. So obviously, it's put a huge question mark over GB basketball. But hey, if there's one thing that can make it better, it's commitment from some top players. OG Ananobi, Tosan, Quinn Ellis over in the League. That'll be absolutely huge. Here we go, out of timeout, coming back onto the floor. So they drew up. It's a looked ball after the refs overturned the call from the previous one. Okay. And just running through some of the other groups, just talking about Group A. The Toronto Raptors have gone 2-0 so far. Crazy. Like, the Raptors, unbelievable that they're playing to that level so effectively. I hope you guys have all seen that video as well, like Brandon Ingram just smashing the bottle off the floor into that poor staff. When you get that NBA money, you just stop caring about people, I guess. Here we go. See how many hackers in the junior after the timeout, or how many hackers junior in the game after the timeout. Josh Hart looking to exploit him over on the wing, coming over from the screen from Karl Anthony Towns into the corner for Shamit. Bang bang. Great three. Norman Powell looking to be aggressive, coming back the other way. Swinging it around to Mitchell. Here's Jaime Jaquez now. Lost his dribble. Back to Mitchell. Norman for three. Good rebound by Josh Hart on the miss there. And they look like they've settled down a lot, New York. They just feel like they've calmed it down. This is much more at the pace of New York than it is of Miami. Miles Bridges for three is off. Here comes Jaime Jaquez. Yeah, the boys, I agree. Mari Williams. Crazy dude. Like he played basketball not too far from where I live. So when he went and got drafted by the Celtics this year, that was absolutely huge for everyone. So many people posting about it, posting like random pictures that they had when he was like still at the Mansfield Giants. Yeah, dude, he would be another huge get for us on the GB squad. Here comes Cat. Wow. Catman, Catmandu attacked the rim and just fumbled the ball. Give it the hustle of Deuce McBride for grabbing that, putting that back in, plus getting the and one opportunity. Unfortunately there for Jaime Jaquez Jr. His momentum just like carried him forwards, ended up smacking him. Hey, Deuce misses the and one. Yeah, dude. Same with Cam Hildreth. Great to see him on the Pacers G League roster. I think that's huge for him. I really hope he kind of makes it. It's tough though, bro. It's tough out there when you have people like Matt McClung who are there and they're still, being cut after a couple of days. It's be really interesting to see what Cam Hildreth does. Love as well for Josh Hart in terms of Jalen Brunson out. You'd imagine that Hart could do a lot of that playmaking. Oh, Pat with a bucket. Tough bucket. 2018 to the Knicks, first lead in the game for them. Here comes Norman Powell, though. Answers back with a three, straight in his face. Takes back that lead. Oh, Norman Powell is bad, bad man. That was a crazy shot. Like the cat did a lovely little cradle to the rim, nice, but damn, Norman Powell was right there. Miles Bridges, one of the league's best defenders, is right there with him contesting. He just rises up and strikes that right over him. That's crazy. Okay. New York on offense. Clarkson into the game. Miles Bridges with the ball, takes the screen from Mitchell Robinson, attacks the hoop. It's a nice little 7-footer. Lovely little shot. Funky little fadeaway, but lovely shot. Jaime Jaquez comes down. And Davion shoots a little pull up. Way off. Way, way off. They've got numbers here if they want to take it quick. Jordan Clarkson for three is off. Oh, go up with it, Mitchell. Crazy, bro. So big. Just go up with it. Just got the ball under the rim. Just go straight up. Here comes Josh Hart attacking the hoop. Loses the ball. Short shot clock. Shot clock's on three. Does Bridges see it? Just in time? Missed it though. Davion Mitchell bringing it back down the floor. Jaime Jaquez. Oh, he sees Jovic on the. Khalil Ware's open at the top. Shoots the three. Makes the three. Love that for Khalil Ware. His skill set for Khalil Ware is just insane. In terms of how dynamic he can be, the inside outsideness of it, the defensive versatility and the shot, very much in kind of that mold of wow, another illegal. Sorry, chat. Mitchell Robinson has just committed his second illegal screen in the first quarter. Let him out, Mike Brown. Don't let him play another minute. Jeez, you let him play another minute, he'll do that shit again. Pull him right out. Put your hands up like that all you want, bro. Set the screen. There we go. Rotating your players in fast. Wiggins comes back in. We've got Fontecchio in as well. I think here this is a nice little pin down for Jovic in the roller, short corner, dunker spot. Hey, Jaime Jaquez does well though. Draw some contact. Going to the line, shooting up two. Yeah, boys, you know there are 7 European players this year. Is it legit? That feels almost like too perfect with like the Luka Doncic number to be real. I feel like you're playing with me there. Okay. Jaquez knocks down the first shot, comes back in, they take out Robinson. That's good, man. Mitchell Robinson is really, really important for this team defensively and just making sure that they switch out with Cat at kind of the right times. Him picking up two early fouls is bad, but leaving him in there, risking him picking up three, that's way, way worse. Knocks down the second free throw also. I think you're up now 26-22, 3:27 left in the first quarter. Coach is surveying what's out there. Sees Clarkson, gives it back to Cat. Cat playing with Jovic right now. Gives it up to Shamit. Oh, he's got an even better matchup right now. Here comes Josh Hart though. Tough layup. Didn't go. Here we go. Let's go, Jovic. Show them what they're about. Oh, what a pass. Oh, what a pass. Yeah, Nikola Jovic with the behind the back pass to Jaime Hackers Jr. Holy smokes, that was nice. And it off with the 3-point shot. He had a chance to stretch out their lead here, got up by 8 points, which would tie their largest lead in the game. Did it to Jovic for three. Oh, dude, I was getting ready. I was getting ready. Airball though. That's right, young fella. You keep shooting that thing. Keep shooting that thing. You get a sexy assist like that, you get to airball a three. No one says anything. Show me. Oh, I know it's the name, and obviously they're from the same place in Serbia, but it's hard not to look at Nikola Jovic and just see the similarities with Nikola Jokic. Like that dime right there, that was a proper Nikola Jokic try, just knowing where people are on the court. Keep going with that. Interesting for New York, Yabusele yet to check into the game. Obviously, they don't want to. They're trying to match up, I think, a little bit more to Miami's size rather than kind of running their usual rotations. Usually, Yabusele's sort of in the game by now. Miami's just shooting really, really well, though. Shooting 60% right now, both from the field in total and from the 3-point line. Whereas the New York Knicks are only shooting 37. There's also starting to be that differential in kind of like the assists as well. You know, Miami Heat, 8 assists, New York Knicks, 5. It's different, bro. Wow, Karl Anthony Towns. Looking at it here already, 11 points. Which is definitely a score for the Knicks, 4 points. On the other side, Andrew Wiggins started off really, really well. Obviously, Norman Powell there, leading all scorers for Miami. And that's what he's been doing all season. Low turnover game, Knicks winning the rebounding. A lot of this is offensive rebounding as well. You know, Mitchell Robinson's been really, really good on the offensive glass. Real there. 4 rebounds already. Jordan's there 6. Jeez. Yeah, there, 5 offensive rebounds. There it is. Mitch Robinson, 6 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. 4 of them because he missed the shot and had to go back up. It's good though for Miami though. They're talking about it here, like in terms of their depth. Are they rotating 3 players, making sure that everyone has the opportunity to score the ball, stay fresh? And it's one of the reasons they're able to keep their pace so high. Because they almost have that European style of rotating players in and out. You know, give me your burst, kind of that 3 or 4 minutes. If you're tired, bro, get a sub, get someone else in. Andrew Wiggins as well is probably one of the least flashy number 1 picks now in terms of just like he's gone from someone who was probably seen a little bit more as a bust when he was in Minnesota to someone who is just now like a solid rotation player. Like you don't hear a lot of the talk that you used to that Andrew Wiggins, you know, isn't living up to his potential or isn't making the most of his athleticism. He's really turned into like a solid, dependable player. Obviously, Golden State had a huge impact on that. But now what he's doing with Miami, I just think probably as well, Andrew Wiggins is like a sneaky trade candidate as well. Wow. They've just said on the broadcast that OG Anunoby apparently was in discomfort and has gone back to the locker room. That means that he's out of the game? Oh, that's a bad sign. You know, I mean, there's a 29-point difference in their scoring with OG Anunoby on and off the floor in their splits. Lovely little short corner roll there coming out of the timeout. Carl-Anthony Towns gets it to Josh Hart. Easy layup. Miami scorching back down. Jovic attacking Cat. Swings through. Easy lay. Great bucket. On the other side, Pat's looking to attack. Andrew Wiggins again. Starts to back him down. Hey, strong move. Strong move down low. Banks it in off the glass. Nice one. 30-26 for the Heat. Fontecchio shoots the three, misses the three, and Josh Hart brings it back down the court. Oh, he sees Bridges on the wing, swings over to Clarkson, attacks the hoop. Swing, swing, Pat for three. Not today. Bridges tries to track that down. Hey, hustle play. Knocks it off Smith's foot. Continues to be Nick's ball. Still 30-26, U14 on the shot clock. Great hustle from Miles Bridges. Workhorse, man. Absolute workhorse. Gives it into Josh Hart. Gives it back to Cat. Makes the layup from right and close. Strong work. Man, Cat's taking a lot of shots today. He needs to. Hey, and Miles Bridges, fast break layup. And he blows the tongue. No way. Oh, man, that would have tied it as well. Miles Bridges. Andrew Wiggins with the ball now, shooting the three. Three's off. Josh Hart's secured the rebound. Sees Cat on the lane. Oh, and Cat pretty much turns it over too. It says off his hand. No way. And he hits the corner three. There is no way that wasn't a. There's no way that wasn't a double dribble. He shot it over the hoop, caught it, and dribbled it again. Crazy. Hey, Fonseca hits the three in the corner to answer though. Right back in his face. Andrew Shamit in the on the wing. As Wiggins guarding him, swings it over to Bridges. Gives it to Clarkson. Clarkson looks at the hoop. You know he's going to shoot it. Tries to break down Jovic. Good attack. Gets a little bump. Oh, gets smacked the shit out of though, bro. It's called a foul. They've just done the replay. That is 100% a double dribble on Cats. He throws it himself. Self boot, not off the glass. Oh, self boot to three. Crazy. That's a star player call right there. Here comes Clarkson shooting this first. Brooks it off the front line to begin with. Bruce McBride checks back in, gets Carl-Anthony Towns a little bit of a rest. Oh, it's nothing. That can't be right. Carl-Anthony Towns, 18 points already. Nah. Wow. Carl-Anthony Towns, 18 points already, 7 for 10. Jeez. Comes Jaime Jaquez. Attacking the zone. Good little bump. Fade away in the paint. Is off. Smith. Foul. Going up with the rebounds. Sending him to the line. Shooting two. Chance to extend out that lead. That was a tough possession as well. They did everything right up to the end. Look how long's left. It's just 1.7 seconds. All they need to do is secure that rebound. And that would have been a fantastic start, I think, to be honest, for the New York Knicks. without Jalen Brunson and with OG Anunoby going back for an apparent injury, discomfort, whatever that might be. Smith makes the first. Most free throw in the world, bro. Okay. There goes Smith, shoots the second, kills it. 1.7 left in. Let's see if he heaves it up. He does. Oh, just short. There we go. Finished the first quarter. 35-32. Miami are up by 3. Insane first quarter there. Insane first quarter. Carl Anthony Towns, 10 shots already, 18 points. Let's be honest, he's not going to continue that kind of production. So you've got to look kind of where some of the other shots are kind of coming from. Miles Bridges, 2 for 5 so far, 0 for 2 from 3. We've got a little bit of production come from some of the other guys, but we'd like to see more. Let's pull this bad boy open. Let's look at the box score after the first. So just looking at for Miami's perspective, obviously Khalil Ware has been really, really big. Already knocked down 1-3, which I think just really makes New York have to stretch out a little bit further in, opens up the lanes a little bit more. So really good to see him knocking down one of those threes. 4 rebounds already. That's good. The thing you have to be worried about though is just like the pure number of offensive rebounds that the New York Knicks. OG Anunoby, 2 offensive rebounds. He got 1 back dunk off of that. Mitchell Robinson, 5. Um, that's a lot of offensive rebounds to be giving up. But look how many people are already in the game though for Miami. Really showing that round, really splitting the minutes. Andrew Wiggins, the only person who's played 9 minutes. Nikola Jovic. Get a chance, bro. Go back and watch that assist, man. That is the one. On the other side, it's really tough, I think, if OG is not going to come back. You've got to imagine that Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, they had a lot more minutes. Why the hell have they not put Yabusele left in the game? Yabusele for me is someone who matches up really, really well with people like Jovic, Ame Hakes, and on offense, he's a mismatch for a lot of those people. Dead surprised. Dead surprised. Interesting as well with Yabusele. I was listening to a previous coach of Hapoel Tel Aviv who was talking about Yabusele, and he was like, him going to the Knicks for the price he did was absolute daylight robbery. Like, if he was Yabusele's agent, he would have got him way more. It's crazy. Have to let me know though, guys, in the chat. Obviously, what are you seeing out there? What do you think about the game? Who do you think are going to be the real difference makers, kind of this second quarter as we head into it? Let's say so. It might not be the most polished point in the world, but to be honest, but the Miami Heat, they're carrying a lot of like no-name people, and Nick Wiltshire is real, man. The fact that they're carrying all these people, they're still really, really being effective, actually leading in the game. That's awesome, bro. Here we go. Coming out of the second quarter, or coming out for the second quarter, I should say. Mitchell Robinson looks absolutely disengaged in that timeout. He sat way at the edge away from everybody else. What the hell's that about? Love to hear them talking about the point differential. Obviously, over here in the UK, so many of our things are on point difference. It's something we're used to. But obviously, for the NBA, primarily, when there's a blowout, usually that means you pull your starters, protect your starters. Not today, though. Today, we're playing right to the very end. Every point matters. Um, just said on the broadcast that OG Anunoby has a left hamstring strain, definitely out for the rest of the game. That's a huge blow for them. Here comes the Knicks coming down the other way. Jordan Clarkson attacking Jovic, swings it back out to Shamit, breaks down Hakes off the dribble, brings it up to Yabusele. It's a three straight away. Yabuseli. Game in the game every time, bro. Yabuseli never gets you wrong. A great hustle as well from the Knicks, forcing a turnover. Clarkson bringing it back down again, attacking the hoop, pushes it back out to Shamit, swings around to Cat. Cat got a favourable matchup, attacking Jovic in the paint. 1-2, puts the layup. He's down on the floor, so the Heat have a 5-on-4 advantage if they go quick. Hey, Hackers does the right things, attacks the rim, easy slam for two. Clarkson this time gives the ball up to Yabusele, waiting for Cat establishing position down low. Here comes the double from the top, kicks out to Clarkson, shoots the three. Hey, bang bang. 38-37. Jovic instantly goes to the block himself. He wants those points back. Pushes him into a bad shot though. Wow. Trying to get the rebound. He went up. And I actually think that someone went under him. Got called for the offensive foul on the rebounds. Tough break for Nikola Jovic. Oh, on the replay, he definitely gave him a little bit of a push. Shabby gave him as good as he got though. Gave him with a little slap back. Here comes the Knicks on offense. Bridges with the ball. Pick and roll with Cat at the top. Swings it over to Yabusele. And again, looking for little spin move, little hook. Nice post move for two. Other on the camera, you just said something in the crowd going, "You've got nothing, Andrew. You've got nothing, Andrew." Dude, Cat is crazy, bro. 20 points already. Crazy. He had a lovely little hook there on Andrew Wiggins. Bumped him down low. Just too big, too strong. He looks locked in as well. Miami with the ball. It's over to Smith. There's Fontecchio for three. Way off. Knicks now on offense. Clarkson now heading down the floor. They're running the same sort of action, looking to get. Oh, guys, Paul Anthony House hit another fucking three. 23 points. He's going for it, man. He's going for some sort of a record. I don't know what it is, but he's going for it. Oh, Wiggins fouled on the jump shot on the other side. Yeah, dude. They're going to tell us the call on the moment. You know they are. Carl Anthony Towns, 23 points already. And that's with Khalil Ware guarding him. Khalil Ware's got loads and loads of length in all the right places. And even that didn't stop Cat from curing a three right over his face. Oh, you love Cat when he's this aggressive. It's an absolute game changer. And why wasn't he like that when he was in Minnesota? Do you know what I mean? Andrew Wiggins knocks down the first. Here he comes to shoot the seconds. Andrew Wiggins makes the seconds. 43-39, Knicks on top. They're on pace, bro. Both these teams, they score over 120 points on average this season. They are on pace to do that today. Cat looking to establish position down low again. The Hackers is fronting. They go high-low with Yabusele is not there. Clarkson attacks the hoop. Misses the layup. Stay out of bounds for New York. There's no way. Cat 100% tap that. Trying to get him to challenge it. It's 9:01, bro. It's 9:01 in the second. It's 9:01 in the second. Eric Spoelstra is doing it. He's going to go for a coach's challenge. That is a horrendous call. The challenge, it's not worth it. Why would you burn a timeout for something that's like that? Mm. Just showing the replay. Even on the first initial one, you can see the Kamehakes was that for nothing. Fontecchio really pushed for that poacher challenge to be used. He's going to burn it now. Oh, woof. It definitely burn them down the line. Wonder man, what is Carl Anthony Towns' career high? Oh, so Carl Anthony Towns' career high, 62 points, which he scored last January, January 22nd, 2024, in a game against the Charlotte Hornets. That's crazy. Let's have a look at the game. Well, he's on track to challenge that today. Already he's taken 13 shots. But they're not bad shots at all. They're in the rhythm of the offense. I really love that little motion that they have. Giving it to Yabusele on the wing and allowing Carl Anthony Towns to really set up down low for that. So they're in the flow of the offense. They needed to be taken. 23 points is awesome. That's an awesome percentage for Carl Anthony Towns to shoot. I told you, get Yabusele in the game. It doesn't get you wrong. What happens? Yabusele comes in straight away, hits a three. That's my guy right there. Just looking at the stats as well for the Knicks. Early when they were down, their field goal percentage was like at 37%. They brought that up already to 47 for the game, that is. And the rebounding numbers are really starting to just be the difference as well. Got to think. You got the Knicks on 22 to the Heat's 13. That gap is just growing and growing. Need more from Khalil Ware. Hate to be that guy. The big surprise for me, obviously, both these teams play in the Eastern Conference. This is NBA Cup action. But actually, in the regular season itself, I've been loving the play of the Detroit Pistons lately. I was on a podcast with Nathan Doyle from Brooklyn Jump. We got to talk about the Pistons, man. And the Pistons are playing so good. Kate Cunningham, man, is my early season MVP. I think just in terms of what he's doing for that team and how valuable it is, absolutely amazing. Obviously, they've used the challenge. We'll huddle around the table now. Let's see what happens. Wow. Hackers is it last, but it hit Jordan Clarkson on the foot. That's a bailout call right there. Absolute bailout call. Here we go. The shot clock, sorry. Here we go. Here comes Fontecchio coming off down, pin down, shoots the three. Kills it. Yummy, yummy. 42-43, Knicks on top. The Cats got the ball back. They're putting a lot of pressure on him now, picking up. Sammy Hackers is not sagging off him at all. Fronting him when he's in the post. There's a lot of space behind him, though. Throw that over the top. Okay, but great defense. Sammy Hackers breaks it up. They're running down on the break. Stacks the rim. Couldn't finish on the layup, though. Knicks down in transition. Bridges attacks Khalil Ware. Passes it out to Josh Hart, though. Oh, lovely backup from Juice McBride. Clarkson in the corner for three. Swish. Smith coming down the other way, gives it back to Tommy Hackers. Fontecchio. Lovely little two-man game, pick and roll. Flips the screen, attacks. Oh, finds Khalil Ware somehow. Oh, shooter's touch and the foul. Wow. Tough foul for Carl Anthony Towns to pick up there. Sit there, hands up. Let's be honest, there's a little bump on the side. Lil Ware didn't mean to make that though. There's no way he meant to make that. He felt the contact and he just threw that up and he lucked out that that dropped in. Definitely one thing to watch with Carl Anthony Towns in terms of his personal fouls. That's only his first. Sam Van Gundy's talked about he's fouled one of the most in anywhere. Shit, bro. He's got one foul in the second quarter. And down the other way, Juice McBride handling the ball, pick and roll with Carl Anthony Towns, finds Bridges, looking for that seal with put down low. Instead goes inside to Josh Hart. Swings it to Deuce McBride, takes the shot. Yak yak. That shot was nice. Deuce McBride much improved this season. And Paquez quickly scores going down the other way. Deuce McBride, the step he's taken from where he was last season to this season, absolutely massive. Massive find for New York. And he looks so confident as well holding that point. Miles Bridges now attacking Andrew Wiggins, a little floater in the mid range that he loves. It's off this time, and Norman Powell grabs the ball. Norman Powell started off really hot in this game. He's been quiet so far. Gives it over to Paquez, back to Powell, feels the contact. The ref says it's on the floor. Paquez, possibly the best hair in the NBA. The flow is going, bro. Love to see that. Not as much of a fan of the weird goatee. But give me that hair all day. There's a big opportunity right now. Huge opportunity for the Heat to either tie or go up with a three. Davion Mitchell with the ball, Norman Powell on the screen. He's got Josh Hart in front of him. Like that matchup. Attacks and spins, pushes back out to Smith. Smith being guarded by Clarkson now. Shot clock with two. Puts up the shot. Not good. Here they come attacking the other way with Josh Hart with the ball. Carl wants this. Oh, pump fake at the top. Gets fouled. Carl Anthony Towns wants to score, bro. He's demanding the ball. He's demanding it right there. And the Carl Anthony Towns pump fake as well is crazy, bro. It's amazing how many people still fall for like that weird little thing he does. There's no way you shoot it when he does that weird thing, but you just have to respect the shot, the fact that it's there. So, you have to get out to it, you have to react to it. And this one he just cuts in online. Probably a good foul to be honest. He probably had a good lane. Josh Hart now in the post. Takes a screen from Yabusele, comes out with a little bit of grenade action. Shamit's open in the corner. Hey, he's off with a three though. That was as wide open a shot as Landry Shamit's going to get in this game. He's got to knock those down. Davion Mitchell equally open, shoots the three. He's off. Hey. And Powell shoots the three and cures it. Miami takes the lead, 50-49. Loads of lead changes in this one. Love it. Hey, great defense, Jovic. Blocks Yabusele going to the rim. He's running down the middle of the paint. See him. See him right there. Good bump by Mitchell and good layup. 52-49 Miami. Knicks take a timeout. Good timeout. And give him credit. All started by Nikola Jovic. Got the defensive stop, the partial block, ran down the lane, created a mismatch for Davion Mitchell. In there, little bump. Easy bucket. Love to see that. Hey, chat, we're all picking up now. Appreciate you guys joining us, man, so far. This game's going to be a good one, man. You can tell it's going down to the wire. Do us a favor, smash the like if you enjoying the content, hit subscribe. As a channel, we're trying to grow, bro. We're trying to get to 500 subs before the end of the year. So helps out by smashing like, hit subscribe. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And let me know as well in the chat. Who are you liking this game? Carl Anthony Towns, obviously, right now. What's he at? 23 points? How close do you reckon he's to 62 this game? Burgers have been dropping in the NBA with ease this season. Like, it used to be a thing where if someone scored 50, It was like, wow, this guy scored 50. But this time this season, anyone scores 50, it's just expected, bro. Like it's just what we expect to happen nowadays. You have to score 60 for it to really be something meaningful. So is it 23 now? Let me know. Do you think he can hit 60, or can he beat his career high, 62? They're just highlighting Norman Powell now on the broadcast. 11 points, 3 of 5 shooting. Just efficient, bro. Norman Powell's just efficient. Massive loss for the Clippers not to have Norman Powell. They would have loved to have someone with Norman Powell's shot making ability and his just how solid he is on defense. Crazy. It's crazy. The Miami Heat. Nikola Jovic leading them in assists. Talking about OG Anunoby, obviously pulling that hamstring again, left hamstring. Huge, man. And interesting to see as well, like where the minutes are being sucked in. I was not sucked in, but who's stepping up, I should say, in the amount of minutes played. Jordan Clarkson obviously has played a huge amount more minutes. Josh Hart too. Yeah. Andrew Shamet, 12 minutes as well. +3. Deuce McBride somehow has a -10 on the plus minus. That doesn't even feel right. I'm sure it is right, but it's felt like he's had much more positive impact on the court than a -10. Big night of NBA Cup action all across the league. Here we go, all in. Knicks with the ball, down 3 points, 5:41 left to play. Andrew Shamet bringing it up the court now. Norman Powell just putting so much pressure on him as well. Mitchell Robinson screens Clarkson, who attacks the hoop. Little push shot, good for 2. 1 point game. Clarkson gives a silly little foul to Larson on the other end, who's attacking the hoop. Rest of the continuation. That's 2 points and a chance to make it 3 point play on the line. Clarkson's old as dust. On defense, he's struggling. He's really got into him. That's 100% a foul. It's a continuation. 100%. See if he makes a free throw, and he does. Building back up that lead, up by 4 points now. Oh, great defensive pressure by Davion Mitchell, stealing it from the catch from Mitchell Robinson. Gives it over, and Jovic charges over him, says the referee. Hey, they're going to challenge it. They're going to challenge it. They want to see if his feet are in there. No, he wasn't set. So they just showed the replay. The question is, was Landry Shamit moving where his feet set? I think the answer is no. He's clearly moving into the right. Yeah. Devin Gully just pointed out the great thing about the NBA challenge. Obviously, you can challenge once, and if successful, you keep your challenge with one more. And they've just used that. They've burned that on a Nikola Jovic charge call. I suppose it depends how much you think that momentum is important. Obviously Miami, they've gone on a real run here to take back the leads, push out their own one. And if they think they can keep applying that pressure and try and break the Knicks before the half, that's something that's kind of worth it. But especially in this game where it's been back and forth, we've had multiple lead changes already. You've got to question if it's worth using a challenge so quickly when you might need that a clutch game down the line. Yeah, they're definitely going to win the challenge. We didn't even make the shot. You just get two free throws. This is still looking at it. Dude, like, oh, we know what the outcome is. Let's just go, bro. There we go. Oh, this referee's accent is awesome. Doesn't get his torso in position. It's an offensive foul. That's really good. Successful challenge. Nikola Jovic on the line. Chance to shoot two free throws. Unlucky Landry Shamet. Set your feet next time, bro. Okay, there's a chance here now to push it out to a 6 point game. Dude, I'm struggling here because Stan Van Gundy's talking about buffalo wings. No. Brother, buffalo wings are not where it's at. Jovic with the shot. Looks down. Oh no, first one's off, rolls out. A little bit of time to glaze over the court as he shoots this free throw. That is so nice, man. With the NBA Cup inside of the key. Oh, glazing over. Glazing over. Here comes Jovic. See if he can knock down the second shot. Okay, and he does. 56-51. So he burnt their challenge for 1 point on a free throw. Andrew Shamet with the ball being defended all the way up the half court by Norman Powell, who's still going for it. Mitchell Robinson screens Jordan Clarkson, who attacks the middle, looking for the pass. Finds Deuce McBride for three. He's off. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. Swings it over to Clarkson. Attacks the middle again. This time, deaccelerates and gets fouled. That was a really nice deacceleration. Little Euro deacceleration as well. It's crushing on the glass today. Jordan Clarkson at the line. It's a shoot. Jordan Clarkson just happy to be out of Utah. Bricks the first. Right off the back line. It's interesting, Jordan Clarkson. He's someone who's become a lot more valuable later in his career than he was when he was in like Cleveland or places like that. And for the Knicks right now, he's playing a huge role, huge role. Depending on as well on how long OG is going to be out with that hamstring, that extended periods could be out. Feels the second one, 56-52, Miami up. Quick out. Hey, stuck. After the three, it was stuck. It's not a wedgie. It's not a ledgy. It's not a pigeon. Someone call no dunks. What do we call that? Nice. Up and over the stanchion. It's not even a pigeon. This McBride coming down. There's Landry Shamet. On the wing, sees Mitchell Robinson takes the screen. Swing to Deuce McBride, attacking the hoop. Clarkson in the corner for three. And he's fouled by Larson. Bad foul by Larson there. Like great D team defense right to the last possession. And he clearly got into his landing space. Cardinalson. Cardinalson's fouled the 3 point shooter. Did that in my local league? My coach would pull you. Straight away, bro. Larson been shooting the free throws well today. Jordan Clarkson, 12 points. Yeah, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Playing well. He goes with the shot. Successfully cuts it to a 1 point game. Miami, oh no. Here comes Davion Mitchell swinging it over and broken up straight away by Miles Bridges. Oh, he didn't see it. He had Landry Shamet open there on the wing. He shoots the three instead. Hey, bang, 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 bang. Knicks with the lead. 58. It was a great game, bro. Davion Mitchell puts it in the middle to Wiggins. Nice little elbow jump short. They fouled Clearware. Josh Hart doing everything he can to convince the ref that he wasn't guilty. That's not true. Nowhere near team fouls, are they? Oh crap! It might be team fouls. Oh, Clearware at the line shooting. Chance to tie it up. Knocks down the first. Clearware has a really beautiful jump shot. I really like it. The form, the extension. He's very Miles Turner. I think if you're thinking about like comparison, it would definitely be Miles Turner. That's who has the potential to be, I think. Makes the second free throw, ties us up 58-58. Miles Bridges now bringing it down the court. Sees Cat, takes the screen. Josh Hart with a three. Who was it? Sum up by three. Really hot. Davion Mitchell passes it over to Norman Powell, looking for some action. They're sat in that zone. It's almost like a little matchup zone. Andrew Wiggins attacks the paint. Floater, no, but Khalil. Oh my days! Slams it back in. Let him know, Khalil. Miles Bridges, though, attacks Khalil straight away. Misses the layup. Heat on offense. 4-on-4. Sees Norman Powell. Gets in there. Oh, that was a sexy layup. Norman Powell, you beast. Up and under. Sweet as you like. Try and be like MJ. And Cat airballs a three. Gets it again. Tries to hit a three. Hits the second one. Karl-Anthony Towns, another three-pointer. Comes Andrew Wiggins, passes it out. There's Davion Mitchell. Into the paint, finds Norman Powell for three. Off this time. Josh Hart brings down the ball. Hasn't got the numbers. Looks to see who's there. Bridges is there. Catch shoots another three. Boom! Let's go, Cat. Holy smokes. Karl-Anthony Towns. Real. The New York crowd is so hyped right now. Oh, and Larson turns it over. Chance for New York to go up even more. That hits the first one. Comes back down. Show me a replay of that second one. No hesitation. Damn. He tells the ref, he fouled me, bro. Karl-Anthony Towns. Josh Hart on offense gives it to Cat and he gets fouled. Trying to say continuation. He thinks someone hits the rim. I didn't see anyone hit the rim. Okay. Cat goes to the line for two. Cat's on fire, bro. Made the first. Coming to the line and shoot the seconds. He does make it. Davion Mitchell now. Getting out to Hammer Hackers, coming down on offense. Davion Mitchell. Landry Shamet in front of him. Surveys what he can. It's that matchup zone again. Davion Mitchell trying to drive middle. Finds the corner shot. Norman Powell. Three's off, but Khalil Ware taps the rebounds. Miami Heat ball still. Father does not agree. Yeah, I agree with the broadcast. The zone here is definitely having an impact on Miami's ability to attack, especially to the paint. And the shooters are really sagging into the corners and just haven't been able to land those shots. Miami Heat, like midway through the first quarter, had a 60% field goal percentage from three. That's dropped down to 45. Lil Ware managing to draw the foul, being aggressive on the offensive glass. Means he's going to go back to the line, shoot a couple of players of free throws. You're not down. Guy's silky smooth. Bill was the first. See what he does with the second. Lil Ware, second free throw. Oh, he's off. Josh Hart with the defensive rebound. Here comes Miles Bridges on offense. Already slowing the ball down. Cat already wants it. Hey, the Heat have gone into the zone two. Shamit makes them pay straight away with a corner three. Miakis passes it to Davion Mitchell. Attacking the paint, Euro step. Out to Packers for three. It rims in. Needed that one to drop for Miami. They'd been through a little bit of a drought there by themselves. Oh, just took one in the chops. Miles Bridges gets his way into the middle. Little floater. Very nice. Miami's trying to push the pace, but as soon as they hit that zone, they just slow down. Hey, that's an offensive foul. Wow, they put a bump on that. No way. I think Hammy just charged into him there, man. Spanos just doesn't agree. Show me the replay of that one. From where I was standing, it looked like Hammy Hackers just ran into him. Oh, dude, that's a charge, bro. His feet were set. I think that's tough. Tough call from the referee. Not fair for Landry Shamet there. He's already got the challenge to overturn one charge, and he didn't get that call. Fingers all round. Larson comes in, and Johnson. Last couple of 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Hackers misses the second free throw. That's the pair. Straight away, looking for that 2-on-1. He makes it. Jumps Hackers. Gives it up to Johnson, straight back. You've got to go quick if you want to go 2-for-1. There's no point going for 2-for-1 now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Norman Powell attacks, takes the contact. Great layup. The Knicks will hold here for one last shot in the half. Josh Hart, top of the key. Not top of the key, sorry. At the half. Karl Anthony Towns coming, tries to set the screen, doesn't get much action. Hart decides to attack, pivots, fades away. Cures it. Absolutely cures it. And that'll take us into the half. 78-68, New York Knicks. Let them know, Josh. That was a great final move. 1, 2. NBA Gather with a 3. And a lovely little fadeaway to round us out. Lovely, lovely way to finish the half. The Knicks have really stolen the momentum right now. Looking good, feeling good. Up big, up by 10, going into the half. Have a quick look at the box score. Let's see what we're dealing with. So obviously, when we sort of started the game, we were really looking at Norman Powell to be a real sort of leading scorer for the Miami Heat. Currently on 15 points, 5 of 10 shooting, 3 of 7 from 3. No assists, no rebounds. Oh, sorry, no assists, 1 rebound. My bad, bro. Lil Ware playing well, 6 rebounds in the game, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 13 points. Andrew Wiggins not shooting the best, just 2 for 7. Fontecchio is got in a really nice spark off the bench, 2 for 4 from 3. At 3 point percentage, that is a good clip. 45%, 51% field goal percentage overall. But you just can't compare that to like the New York Knicks and their percentage. 52% from 3, 14 of 27, as opposed to 10 to 22. And their normal field goal percentage is up as well. And obviously the big storyline here, Carl Anthony Towns. 11 of 16 so far in the game, 6 of 10 from 3, 31 points. Replicate that in the second half, he'll match his career high. I'm calling it now, chat. I think he's going to go for a career high. I think this is a Catmandu career high game. Jordan Clarkson also has been really fantastic off the bench. 3 of 5 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Real spark plug, especially with OG Anunoby being out, injured. That's massively, massively important. Right, chat, we're going to have a little bit of a break. I'll be back in 5-10 minutes and we'll cover off the second half, bro, for sure. Catch you in a bit. Seeing what happens in this fourth quarter. Obviously, big storylines, slowing down of Carl Anthony Towns. He had 31 points in that first half. Now he just had 4 in the third quarter. Massive drop off. Luckily, we had Landry Shamet who was there to kind of clean up a lot of the mess. 21 points. A lot of that coming in the third. And on the other side of the ball, Sammy Hackes Jr. was awesome in the third quarter. 17 points, as was Norman Powell, really knocking down the threes. But the big part has to be the free throws there. 23 to 30, 13 to 16. Just so many more opportunities on the line. Really need to see the Heat, though, taking advantage of that. They're obviously playing at a much faster pace, pushing the ball, but they need to get some defensive stops to be able to go with that. Both teams' sort of shooting percentages have come down to earth, particularly the Knicks from 3. So in that quarter, they dropped down 10%, 41% on the game from 3 for the New York Knicks. Actually, what's crazy, if we think about where we were in the first quarter in terms of rebounds, the Miami Heat are now leading the New York Knicks in rebounds 44 to 42. A lot of credit to Khalil Ware for that. Massively impactful for his side. Coming out into the fourth, what am I expecting to see? I'm expecting to see the Miami Heat continue to push the pace and continue to kind of step into that zone. I think that's been working really, really well. And I think what has been effective is the doubling of Carl Anthony Towns from the wings of that 3-2 zone that's kind of there. Somebody who doesn't necessarily want to give it up, but just having that second person coming in, batting away at the ball, being a nuisance, trying to let them know, hey, we're here, we can contain you. That's important. Here we go. Start of the fourth quarter, kicking off. 110-104. If you're the Miami Heat, you've got to think the next couple of minutes, the first sort of 3 minutes are really going to set the tone for this fourth quarter. The bench points, absolutely crazy for the New York Knicks. 52 points altogether. A lot of that coming from Landry Shamet, but also getting help from Jordan Clarkson. Miami Heat come out in a press and force a turnover. First play of the game. Damn. Here we go. Heat's chance to really cut into that lead. They go to the corner with Wiggins, who breaks through. Jaquez cuts through the lane, scores a nice 2. Miles Bridges now bringing it back this way. He finds Josh Hart, swings it over to Shamet. Shamet was hot in the third. You've got to think he wants to see if he's hot in the fourth as well. Getting a good screen from Yabusele. Nice little run through. Oh, tough shot. Tough shot by Hart. But Wiggins fouled him. I didn't see a foul there. Show me that replay. That looks like a lot of balls to me. Full foul on Wiggins. Seeing the replay now? Oh. On the replay, he got wrist. In real time, I backed Andrew Wiggins. On the replay, that was all wrist, bro. Josh Hart has the opportunity here to get a double-double. Nice. And he does. Makes the first. Hart getting ready to shoot the seconds. He misses it. Again, another chance for Miami here to cut into the lead. Skip it over to the corner into Wiggins. Give it back to Jaquez. It cuts through the middle. Misses, but Johnson gets the rebound. Jaquez rebound again and again. Can't convert. Jordan Clarkson now bringing it down the court. Swings it through to the corner, but nearly turns it over. Hart has the ball on the block. Swings out to Clarkson. Patient for 3. Makes it. 114-106. Big shot there from Jordan Clarkson. Miami Heat moving around, working that zone. Oh, bad pass though by Andrew Wiggins. Leads to a turnover for the Miami Heat. Bad turnover. Let him know, Jordan Clarkson. Landry Shamet with the ball now. Gets the screen from Mitchell Robinson. Good roll. Swings it over to Miles Bridges for three. And Robinson with the offensive rebound. And his fouls coming back down. Robinson's got to be on like 7 offensive rebounds or something crazy like that. 8 rebounds on the game. I'm sure he has like 7 of them that are offensive. Yeah, 7 offensive rebounds for Mitchell Robinson. Holy smokes. As a result, they bring back in Khalil Ware. They need him out there to try and contain Mitchell Robinson's rebounding a little bit, just creating so many more second chance looks. Bame breaks him down, shoots from 3. He's off. There's a long rebound again, this time for Jordan Clarkson. Once again, does the screen roll with Mitchell Robinson. Nice spin move into the lane. Nothing. Nothing. 7 to shoot on the clock. Hammond's looking for Clarkson. Just about gets it in time. Good defense from Smith, taking it on the chest, being strong, defending without fouling. But they give another offensive rebound. 8 now for Mitchell Robinson. And then they foul Shannon on the 3. Jeez Louise. What are we doing? Oh, Fontecchio. A little bit of a flop from Shamit. Fontecchio has to be smarter there. You can't go into him like that. Damn it, shooting 3 from the line. That was a backbreaker. Mitchell Robinson, 8 offensive rebounds. The guy's in limited minutes coming back from injury, and all he's doing is swallowing up offensive rebounds. Insane. And he goes, shooting the next. Makes it. 1 more to come, boys. And Larson is checking back into the game. Fontecchio. Old message there, I think, from Alex Polster. We found a 3-pointer. You're getting subbed out, bro. Jam it now to give them the chance to pull out to an 11-point lead. At what point are you too old to have a breakout game? Because I think it might be happening for Landry Shamet. Coach Eric Spoelstra has got to be wondering how long can I leave Norman Powell sit on the bench, have a break, versus getting him in the game. Begins top of the key, goes through the middle, turns over. Got a 3-on-1 break. Clarkson into the corner, swings it to Bridges for the 3 of the wing. Good. Hell yeah. 120-106. Miles Bridges, great 3-pointer. Everyone is jacked. Jacked up. Love to see that. Timeout called, obviously, by the Miami Heat. They've got to talk us over. This is the largest lead for the New York Knicks in the entire game. Got to stop the bleeding pretty damn quick if you're Miami. We've only got 9.5 left to play. Still more than enough time to pull it back, especially in like NBA terms. But it's not looking good. Not looking good. Lots of momentum going New York's way. I think coming out of the timeout, you've got to put Norman Powell back into the game. It's probably earlier than you'd like if you coach Eric Spoelstra, but you know, you can't afford to let New York pull out to an even bigger gap. You got to try and shut that down, shorten that as much as you can in the next couple of minutes to really, really be effective. And these minutes are also really important while Carl Anthony Towns aren't in the game or isn't in the game to really be able to take advantage of that kind of mismatch, particularly out on the wing. The Knicks are sat in a zone, obviously trying to protect Mitchell Robinson, but you've got to take advantage of the non-cap minutes to really be effective. Interesting as well in terms of how they've used Davion Mitchell. I don't feel like his minutes have been particularly high, Davion Mitchell, 24 minutes. They've tended to favour, particularly in the second half, Jaime Jaquez a lot more as being kind of the point of attack as someone to kind of drive in. But I wonder how much or how quickly Jarek Spoelstra will go back to the starters and try and ride them through to the end. Here we go, coming out of the Miami Heat timeout. Let's see what we have. Here we go in the fourth. Crazy. They're saying about night is young, early game. Bro, it's 2:21 here. It's like early in the morning, man. There you go, Davion Mitchell bringing the ball down. He has. He's gone back to the starters. Everyone except Jaime Jaquez. Spin move on Hart. Pass out to Davion Mitchell for three. Misses that one. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. Landry Shamet brings it down the court. Gets the screen from Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart then screens Miles Bridges, looking for that open player. Finds turnover. Shamet's got the ball in the open court. 1-2. Easy layup. Well done, Josh Hart, for not fouling on that one. Comes Hart down the court. Green there from Mitchell. Finds Bridges on the curl. Elbow jumper. No good. And this time, Mitchell Robinson can't secure the offensive rebound, but he put so much pressure on them that Norman Powell slides out of bounds. Checking back into the game, 8:27 left. Mitchell Robinson will take a seat. He has done his job. He's helped hold them, grow out the Knicks' lead while Trent has been resting on the bench. Where are we at, guys? Carl Anthony Towns now with the ball. Backing down, double comes. Doesn't know where to go. Amazing pass into the corner for Clarkson, who swings it over to Hart. Good drive. Layup no good. Flurware hits out of bounds. Just grab it, bro. Can't be upset who came off of. Glewell's got to just grab that. It's a classic thing, no challenges. They used them up so early. What was the point? Jovic hit one or two free throws from one of those challenges, bro. Here we go. Cat going down low. Big bump. Drives through. Goose McBride shoots the three. Nothing there. Cat with the offensive rebounds. Jordan Clarkson secures the ball. Arms us down. Cat shoots the three out of nowhere. And he's off again. Jaime Jaquez for the Heat. Brings it down. Sees Davion Mitchell. Over it goes to Larson in the corner for three. Way off. Clarkson now with the ball. Is injury down for the New York Knicks? No, Miles Bridges was just slow to get up the court. The Lil Ware. Oh, it's a clever move by Clarkson. Clever move. He knew Ware was there, so came out the other side of the hoop. A little bit of an under. Used that rim to protect himself. Good, solid finish. Rion Mitchell now. They all sense a little bit of the pressure. What's happening? Okay, it's a nice little pocket pass to Ware for the slam. 122, 110, Knicks lead. Here comes Josh Hart. Finds Clarkson. Knocked out of bound by Larson. Larson is playing really, really well. A lot of credit to him as kind of that role player. And that was a lovely little pocket pass there as well by Hammy Hackers to get Lil Ware open for the easy slam. Played a great second half as Hammy Hackers. Oh, the referee called the foul on Lil Ware on the inbounds. No way. It's like, take a look at this. There is no way. There's a foul on the.
To go in the fourth.
I'll show you the replay of that one. There's no way. Absolutely no way.
14 fouls against Miami. The Knicks have 0 here in the fourth quarter.
We may have called a timeout.
Timeout Knicks.
Oh, timeout Knicks, apologies. It's called timeout to talk about it. 122, 110. Knicks up. Knicks up big, to be honest, bro. What are we expecting to happen here?
Even does in the lead, 12 points for the New York Knicks, trying to hang on here. They look exhausted as they have been running hard with.
There's a lot of exhaustion.
Heat, something they're not really used to doing. But Jordan Clarkson, Shamit Landry, we talked
Josh
about
Hart. I can't remember the last time that Josh Hart came out of the game. That guy is naturally going tired. As the Heat, they've seen a little bit more fresh. Everyone has how many Hackers junior. How many has he played tonight? Let's check that out. It feels like a lot. Yeah, how many Hackers? 27 minutes on the night so far. Really, really played big for the Miami Heat today. They've needed everything that he's brought.